So, starting with my earth signs, which are my Virgos, my Taurus, my Virgos, and Capricorns. Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns. Let's see what the energies are for you this week. Let me just dive right in to my earth signs, my Taurus, my... All right, well, looks like you guys want to tell me something, which is having faith in your dreams, your goals, your visions. This is a week where I feel like my earth signs are really getting like a real grip on what's the goal and how are they going to achieve it. What else for my earth signs? Okay, be bold and make the first move. Oh, I got more than that. Energy is gaining momentum and nothing will come out of the situation. All right, let's dig in a little deeper with these. I think these are from John Holland. But let's just dig in a little bit deeper with this information. This week we also have a full moon in Capricorn, so it's all about grounding yourself and digging in deep with your intuition, trying your best to set your goals for the week. I believe foundation. I get a very strong message from my earth signs about their finances. Let's do this. Okay. So there's something going on with my earth signs where I feel like they've been through a lot of like loss, emotional loss, financial loss, like a lot of, and not just like, I don't even feel like it in a negative way. I feel more like, I don't know if this makes sense, but something that you lost has given you so much wisdom on this new shift that you have coming up. This week, you feel or you have felt, I think in the last couple weeks, this conflict in your mental where, should you go, should you stay, should you do this or should you do that, to go left, to go right, is it black, is it white, like there's a lot of back and forth. But this week it feels more so like spiritual wisdom has kicked in, and through that you've gotten some like answers. I feel like my earth signs have gotten some answers through a loss, which to me feels like such a big blessing, because a lot of people that experience some sort of loss will just go down the rabbit hole of that negative thinking and all those things. And maybe you did, and I'm not saying, that it wasn't a part of it, but whatever it is that you went through made you feel like, even though I'm conflicted, even though I'm undecided, even though I've had this loss, I still had this desire, this energetic shift to stay firm in my faith, in my goals, and my plans, and my desires, and how I want to move forward. So, with all that being said, I like this energy for my earth signs. I'm going to move on to continue digging in with spirit. What do you want my earth signs to know? I got it twice. 3 of Swords, 3 of Wands. I'm going to take the 3 of Swords. With the emotional loss, it kind of does talk about a loss. And I started with that conversation. It's like you got this very clear realization coming into this week that something's done. Something is done. It could be, it could have been in the works for a very long time. But this week, it feels very final. It feels very like I've experienced the emotional loss. I went through the heartbreak, third party situation that really messed up this business relationship connection, whatever it is that you fill in the blanks to your circumstance, because of course this is not going to resonate with everyone, but whoever this is resonating with, there was a loss. Financial, relationship, doesn't matter what area we're talking about, but through this loss you've gained so much wisdom and clarity on what needs to happen next. I feel like I have something in my eye that's driving me crazy. That needs to happen next. And you've had a lot of back and forth, a lot of mental conflict, a lot of reasons why you've repeated the cycle. You're like going through a certain experience over and over again, and even though this is not good for you, that's that mental conflict, something keeps you there. And so now this week is all about, okay, well, if I'm here, how am I going to make this work for me? And how am I going to heal and become the person that I knew from the gate I could always be, having faith in a goal or dreams. How could, after all of this emotional or loss, mental loss, move on to the next chapter with the healing that I've gone through, and knowing, oh, I like this. Bottom of the deck is the Sun card. And then I also got, just to show you, the Emperor and the Tower in reverse. I love the Tower in reverse because the Tower upright is more so like a breakdown from the universe. The Tower in reverse is just like, I'm gonna let this shit go. I'm planning on this, break up, ending, move, new beginning, new project. Like, this is more liberating, this is more intentional releasing. With the Emperor, I love next to it because that's somebody that's very confident, and it doesn't have to be a person. It could be an energy, it could be you, my Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns could be embodying the energy of an emperor that is very comfortable in the seat of their soul, that's very comfortable with the wisdom that they've attained through this loss, that's going to make them have more stability and confidence and start this new chapter in their life very clean and clear. And also bold, also very like confident in the next step. So like, let's say you have been in an on and off relationship with someone. This is the week where you're just like, I'm off, and I'm off with boom, boom, boom. These reasons, these steps, this plan, this is what's happening next. And that person receiving it, or that situation receiving it, is not ready. It's unexpected. It might cause a very big problem, an upheaval or a new situation. But I think it's like my earth signs are done with. It could even be a way of thinking. It doesn't maybe even have to do with anyone. It could be all of your own self-awareness, self-expansion, and light, and like this wisdom, because again, it goes back to this loss, this heartbreak, and something tells me with my earth signs, it's such a, I don't know, this month feels like, and I'm saying this week, but I'm also feeling this whole month feels like such a pivotal moment in your life where you're just like, wow, I have so many things to look forward to. Why have I not been more in my truth? Why have I not moved faster on this, awareness, this acknowledgement? The King of Swords, it's going to be the last message for my earth sign, which is, what situation in your life is calling you to have logic and clarity? So I feel like my earth signs, Taurus, Virgos, and Capricorns. You guys are going to get very organized this week. You guys are going to write down the list of bullet points, what needs to happen, what tasks need to be checked off my list, what do I need to organize, how am I going to continue with moving forward even though I've had a loss, finances, physical, mental, whatever it is. There was a loss and it caused a lot of emotional pain. Here again, third party situation could have been a bad habit, abuse, drug abuse. It could be anything third party. It doesn't have to be a person. It's just an energy. But whatever this emotional loss is causing you to stop going back and forth with the mental conflict and liberating yourself with that freedom so that you can be more confident in owning everything, owning all of the loss and the wisdom, and having faith in your dreams of moving forward, being bold, taking action, asking for what you want, not being afraid of asking for what you want. That's a big message I'm getting from my earth signs, that this week, if there's a job promotion, if there is a relationship that was in question, you're going to get an answer. If there was a project that you've been waiting and you've been on hold for and you need to like have an answer, this is the week where you're going to get an answer. Like, I get a lot of foundational structure and confidence to move on past the hurts based upon your faith and like this I don't know, this very strong emperor like energy to move forward. I hope that made sense. I feel like it kind of was all over the place, but take a deep breath every time you feel overwhelmed, because I also get that. I got like, okay, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of changes happening. I feel overwhelmed, a little level of anxiety. Just bring white light into your energy field. Surround your aura with white light of protection, high vibrational frequencies only, and just really get clear and detailed and make a list. You know, whatever it is that you have to do this week feels very grounding and secure and confident, especially with that Emperor card. All right, so those were my messages for my earth signs. Now we're going to move on to my water signs, which are my Cancers, my Scorpios, and my Pisceans. What is the energy that Spirit wants to guide my water signs, my Cancer, my Scorpio, my Pisces? What are the messages Spirit wants to tell my water? A personal issue reaches resolution. That's nice. Isn't that nice? What else does Spirit want my water signs to know? My Cancers. Happy birthday, Cancers. Happy birthday. I hope you guys are celebrating and enjoying this. Cancer energy is all about the home, family, relationships, nurturing, very giving energy, very intuitive, very super psychic Cancer energy. Let's see what's going on for the week. If you're celebrating this week, don't be a hot mess. It's time to take action. And then what? Oh, I gotta go all the way over there. I fell all the way over there. Sugar. I'm not taking all of these cards. So it's time to take action, be bold, and make the first move. Look at the bigger picture. So, show the world the real you. My Cancers, if you have got something that has been nudging at you to do, this is your week to announce, release. Oh, let me leave these out so I can keep going with them. I feel publicly this is something that is going to affect you. It could be within your community, just doesn't mean like on a big platform publicly, but if that's who you are, if you're a celebrity watching this, then this is your week to drop that album, release that movie. I don't know, like if there's some sort of idea creatively that you have those meetings and you co-create with the universe, with your partners, and you take the action to have this art played out in real life. Sign that contract before things go in retrograde. Like this is the week where my water signs get the green light, or at least an answer back to a project, a relationship, something that's very important that my water signs have been working on. I see my water signs also like really working on, if you're on social media, creating new videos or new plans. Like I see my water signs making a plan that's like 3, 4, 6 months in advance, like going back to school or reading a lot. Like I really see my water signs being very diligent, like study time. Even if they're on vacation, like they're making an hour or two to study, to like sacrifice that vacation time with their family for a few hours to really get some answers. Let me continue because I'm getting a lot of messages fast. I feel like my water signs have been a little bit confused about a relationship. They're having doubts, and they're trying to decide if they should walk away, but they really don't want to because they know that there's a family here that's very happy, and would the consequences would be really high. So like a lot of decisions are gonna have to be made, whether they are going to continue on with something from the past or walk into something new. And walking into something new feels very confusing, also very it's nudging at them like this has to happen, this new something has to happen, which is causing a lot of conflict. But what I oh jeez, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't like it. Twice. So I'm sorry, I am so sorry, guys. But you got the 7 of Cups here and the 7 of Cups in a different deck. You got the 3 of Swords. You got the 5 of Swords. You got the 7 of Swords. You got the 10 of Wands. Like, what the hell is happening this week? Water signs. What's happening? You guys are way in your head. You're way in your emotions. I don't know. Maybe there's a certain situation where everybody's coming at you all at once and you're just like, I don't got it, I don't have it, I don't have that answer. Why should I know that? Like, aren't you supposed to be doing that? Why are you like, I don't know. I get a lot of my water signs feeling like overwhelmed by other people's shit. And it's not even, it doesn't feel like it's yours. It feels more like I'm taking care of me. I'm responsible for me. I'm doing all the things I need to do for me. I'm taking accountability. I'm doing all the things. I'm checking. I'm listening to all of the doctors, the lawyers. I'm doing all of this stuff. I'm done. I've done my part. Now everybody else needs to figure out theirs. And if you come to me and ask me one more question about why I didn't do a certain thing, you might lose your shit. And I feel like if you do, it's not going to go down well. It's just going to be a domino effect of more people coming at you for more shit. So, uh, I will say that the change is for the better. I see a change, I see a shift. I see you pumping the brakes, or if not pumping the brakes, but really slamming on the brakes or hitting the pause, the stop button on all of it. I think you're allowing it into a place where it becomes like it's going to pop off. And what I would advise to my water signs is just, it's not worth it, right? Maybe, I don't know. I shouldn't know because it's not, I shouldn't say that rather, because I'm not in your situation. But to me, it feels like you have done what you needed to do for self. You have paid everybody off to the point where you're uncomfortable and you've done too much. You have returned those phone calls. You finally, returned the emails. You checked off the boxes like you did your part, whether you wanted to or not. But still, there's like people coming for you. People don't stop coming for my water signs. And the thing is that it's causing headaches, confusion. What do I need to go back to give attention to? What decisions do I have to make that's going to clear up this shit? What do I need to walk away from silently in the middle of the night with the things that I worked so hard for so that nobody can make me feel like I'm completely overwhelmed? Like at your last straw of things where you need to go. You need to leave. You need to regroup. You need to get away. Maybe this is a birthday where you feel like instead of this whole big party, maybe I just invite a couple of my friends or just maybe one or two people and just do something quiet and, self-reflect and find inner peace before being wild and rowdy and crazy. There's something about my water signs that this week feels more like I want to just go inside. I want to tap in more to my spiritual practices. What is the last? Because man, you guys got a lot of people depending on you. That's another thing. Like if you have a business, you got a lot of people depending on you. If you have a family, you have a lot of people depending on you. Even if you're single and you have, you're part of a group, everybody's depending on my water signs this week for an answer. But it looks great. You got the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment, or depends, right? I like that it's next to the Page of Cups. So here, what situation in your life is bringing you emotional fulfillment? What situation in your life is bringing about some type of opportunity? So my water signs, you guys are fed up with everybody coming to you for everything. Whatever it is, you fill in the blanks in your life. And this is the week where you decide, if it doesn't align with my spirit and my soul, the answer is no. I'm not doing it. I'm not going. I'm not returning that phone call. I'm not emailing. I'm not doing any of it. It's very, very clear that whatever the situation is has you so fed up that you can't take another phone call, you can't take another person. You just like, it's too many obstacles and challenges. It's just too much. And it's a lot of other people's shit, not yours. So that's what's really frustrating you even more, because you feel like you clean your slate, you cleaned your side of the street, and you're just looking at everybody else like, well, I'm supposed to clean your side of the street too. No, like, I did it for myself. I took accountability, and now it's time for you guys to take accountability, because you're done. You're done. And to some people, to some of my water signs, whatever the situation is, financially drained you. And this is also a week where you say, I have paid for, did that, put up all the things, gave you all the resources, phone numbers, contacts, gave you the last, few dollars in my bank account for your situation, or I'm always coming through for you. I'm not doing it anymore. You need to figure it out for yourself. I figured out my shit, and it wasn't easy. And somebody's looking at my water signs like, well, how come you get to blah, 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 blah? And it's like, because I did the work, because I sat here quietly, minded my business, and did the work. And now this is the result. And now you want to be mad at me because I got this great result and you didn't, and I owe you something? No. So there's something very, very, very unfair going on with my water signs this week that needs like clarity, needs to be put to an end to stop it, because if not, it's going to make you curse some people out. And I saw that earlier. I would recommend again that you don't say anything. And no, if you're the water sign that has done the work, that has checked all the boxes, that's crossed all the things off their list, that's done everything, paid all the bills on time, showed up on time, then you're good. You don't own anybody's shit. But just be prepared. There are people that are just not happy with the fact that you're good. I don't know what it is. They just want to see you, like, I don't know, run in circles. I don't know what it is. But I'm going to move on. Don't forget to like. Look at me. I dropped a card. The answers you need are coming. That's part of my water signs. So yeah, just chill. Do what you keep doing you. Because whatever you're doing is good for you. It's not good for anybody else, but it's good for you. And they're going to have to handle that. Happy birthday. All right, we're going to move on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. Follow my channel. If this was helpful, I would really appreciate it if you guys would do the same energy exchange and like, share, and subscribe. All right, so now we're going to move on to my fire signs, my Aries, my Leos, and my Sagittarians. My Aries, my Leos, and my Sagittarians. What's going on for my fire signs for the week of July 7th through 13th? We have a full moon in Capricorn coming up. I'm going to do another video on that. There's a lot of astrological transits that have happened. Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto in Aquarius. A lot of unexpected things that are due to happen this summer. This year is just one unprecedented transformation after another, because we have these planets that are transiting, outer planets. They take longer to transit around the sun and the planets. So what we're seeing with these planets moving, something we haven't seen ever, or they've happened in like 12 years ago or 200 years ago, wild shit like that. So whatever, as above, so below. So those transits that we haven't seen in our lifetime happen are going to affect us in a different way that has never happened before. So I'm going to get into the astrology part of my readings next, because I love astrology. But anyway, back to my fire signs. My Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. My Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius. Oh, okay. Be bold and make the first move. Balance spirituality, practicality. Surrender to the divine. And emotions are running high. All right, my fire signs. You guys are having very vivid dreams. Pay attention to those dreams. Write them down. Record them on your phone. I feel like you guys are getting a lot of spiritual messages through either your dreams or meditation. If after your meditations you come out with, anything, like write it down. Just journal, write, or record on your phone notes. You're getting a lot of information from the divine once you release any kind of like worry or fears that you're holding on to this week. Once you release that, I feel like the messages from spirit and divine protection is going to come in and help out with my water signs, my fire signs, because I do feel like there's a lot, and fire, right? Like, we're very like, anxiety, anxiety about making a move, anxiety about making the first move, anxiety about speaking up, but you have to do it. So there's a lot going on with my fire signs where they feel like they have to be vocal and they have to be the first ones to say or do. Wow. I like it. My fire signs this week looks like your patience is going to pay off. If you have been waiting for an answer from someone, or if you have been indecisive about a situation, this is the week where you're going to decide that whatever direction you want to go to is, like, this is the week you decide that. As much as I feel like my fire signs are ready to jump into a situation full force, I get, do it. I would never, like, if you're ready to go for something, go for it. However, just don't jump into something blindly. Hopefully, this move that you're making is not just spirit moving you, it's you did your homework. You've been doing it, you've been practicing it, you've been studying, in silence you've been gaining momentum and power and energy behind whatever it is, a new project, a new relationship, a new home. I get a lot of my fire signs are really organizing, like they're cleaning in a way that they haven't cleaned in a while. So I mean, like, I'm not just talking like sweeping and mopping, I'm talking like the closets, the cabinets, like really there's a shift in energy that's giving you guys more energy, more power. And I feel like this is when the light switch is lit, it's turned on, the fire's lit, and there's a new beginning. There's a new beginning. I feel like you might even get a message this week that will help you with a collaboration, a new job, a new relationship. Maybe you're talking to someone new, and you're questioning, is this karmically aligned or is this spiritual alignment? Like, you are not just jumping into a situation without the thought processes of like, I'm not bringing the past with me, but I'm definitely, experienced. I've learned a lot of shit that I don't want to bring into the future. And you're asking yourself these questions like, is this spiritually aligned with me? How does this feel? Or is this like some karmic shit that I need to like, oh, here we go. I love it. All right. I'm going to stop here. My fire signs have like a transformation coming, a rebirth. Like true clarity, true wisdom, owning it. If you were in a fight or an argument, I feel like it obviously there's this like ending to why did it happen. If you get into an argument, I feel like you get this real sense of, wow, this is not new. This has happened before, and I haven't been honest with myself to the point where now it's happened again, and in such a way that there's no denying this lesson is meant for me to, if I don't get it now, I'm never going to get it. I'm going to continue repeating the same mistakes. I could see that, if I don't put this to bed and to end this, my rebirth won't happen. This transformation will just kill the next 8-12 months of, my life. Like, there's a real sense of a do or die. Like, either I go all the way. Okay, let's say if it's an addiction problem. Obviously, an addiction is something that continues to happen and you keep repeating the same cycle. But something has happened in my fire signs energy where this incident was so severe and so near, it ended in an ugly, ugly way. In a very ugly way that if you didn't learn from this, I'm almost like throw the chips where they may fall kind of a deal. But you won't get to this. You won't get to this, which is working on improving your life, wish fulfillment, and knowing love again the way that you did once before. So, fire signs, I'm getting strongly that in order for you to move forward in this energy, in this week, you have got to stop repeating a lesson. You've got to stop it. You've got to stop it. You've got to work towards something that is going to bring on a new beginning that you have been ready for. Some of my fire signs are ready to go. They're ready for that new job. They're ready for that new travel. They're ready for that relationship. Like, they are ready. And those fire signs that I'm talking to, this message, because I feel like there's two all of a sudden energies that I'm picking up on. For those fire signs who have been doing the work, who have been like zoning in on their careers and like removing external crazy from their focus or distractions, you guys are about to get a wish fulfillment. You're about to get an opportunity. You're about to possibly somebody from your past that you've worked with before or you've been in relationship with before is going to come back and help support this new endeavor, relationship, new way of doing things. They're going to remind you, okay, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I love this. These are the creative projects that I'm going to be moving forward with. These are the relationships and people that I want to be dealing with because they remind me of the good things that, the fire signs who have not been doing the work, who have been ignoring the red flags, who have been so good at being stubborn and doing the same behavior. It's over. It's over. That negative thinking, old patterns, whatever it is that has been holding you back, has been self-sabotaging, procrastinating, laziness, overthinking, all of that, done. If you are awakened to this shift that's happening for you, you're ready to step into this, making bold moves, bringing in your spirituality, practicing your spirituality, bringing it out to the public, sharing it with others, doing your work, what you've learned from your past hurts, pains, you're bringing it to the forefront, using it as an example, how to help this person, be better, yourself be better. Those new opportunities will come. But it's very clear for my fire signs that if they don't wake up to this last big thing that happened, loss of job, loss of relationship, broken up, ghosted, abandoned, you name it, all the things. If you didn't learn from that, you're going to repeat it again. You are sure to go through that lesson again. And it's not good. It feels very dark. But for those fire signs who are about that work, I have one more card to pull for my fire signs. Shoot. Last and final message for my fire signs. Last and final message for my Aries, Leos, and Sagittarians. You want to be up all night or sitting pretty? Which one? It's the same message. The same message. What situation in your life is creating fear and anxiety, and what is the feeling trying to tell you? Is it karmically? Is it a karmic? What did I say earlier? Is it another karmic lesson to repeat, or is this soulfully aligned with who you are now? What is growing and evolving in your life that needs attention? So it's either you're up all night because you can't do the things you need to do for yourself during the day, or you really embracing this Empress-like energy and really co-creating with the universe, manifesting, visualizing, trusting, receiving, and growing from those past experiences, those loss, those hurts and stuff like that? Are you truly growing? Because the universe is asking you to grow from the pain, no matter how much it hurts. And let me tell you something, addiction is, I can't. Please seek help, professional help. If you want a reading or you want to do some energy healing and alignment work and chakra balancing, Reiki, distant virtual, by all means, look me up. But this feels more like somebody who needs professional help. Please go get it. Therapy, whatever. It's very black and white. There's a collective that's like, I'm ready to go. I've learned and lost a lot, but I'm ready to take action on how I can move forward. I'm ready to travel, ready for partnership, ready for relationship. And then there's another group of my fire signs who are so I feel for you guys. I know what it's like to be there, and I feel for you guys. And I you can get through this. You know, you can get through. You just need the support. You need the right people. You need the right friends. You need the right, environment. Seek it. I'm begging, please, because there's someone. I don't know if I'm tapping into a particular energy, but it does feel very strong that I'm digging in or tapping into an energy that knows they can get help. And like that one phone call away, and you just please make that call. Please send out that text. Please reach out to that person that you trust, that non-judgmental. They're not going to give you no shit. They're just going to help you. Reach out to that person, please. That was a very strong message from my fire signs. And if you guys want a personal reading, you know where to find me. We're going to move on. I'm going to have to stage. All right, now we're going to move on to my air signs, which are my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarians. This message, Spirit, thank you, is for luck is on your side, is for my air signs, my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarians. What are the messages for this week? What do I need to know for this week? My Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarians. A fiery climate approaches. Your commitment is being tested, and have faith in your dreams. I just got for my I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a sip of this real quick. My air. You guys have a lot of energy to go the distance. I'm also picking up that you're like on fire with your goals. Let me see what else is going on. Let's dig a little bit deeper with my Geminis, my Libras, and my Aquarians. I also get that even if you don't feel this way, like you have all this faith in your future and your dreams and all the things that you're working, maybe it's just a little cloudy, shaky, questionable. You have a lot of divine help, a lot of angel spirits, a lot of luck, a lot of whatever you want to call it. There's something going on this week where you have protection, you have light, you have energy, you have guidance, you have the divine helping. Like, even for those who are just lacking belief, this is your week to really hone in on what is it that you want. Get that clarity. And if you have that clarity and you have everything done, like written down, don't waste any time. Get on it. Get on it this week. What else? Ooh. Love. 6 of Cups. Patience and planning. Sacrifice. And temptation. So I'm also getting for my air sign is that you keep thinking about I don't want to say sex. I keep getting sex. I don't know if it's this devil card, the temptation. It's the devil in tarot, but the harmony and the temptation card is giving me my air signs just want this, like they're having this patience to, when is it coming? Like I have this like, when am I gonna get mine? Oh, I didn't expect that. Um, okay, so my air signs are needing some love, a date, a hot date, some action in the bedroom. Um, they feel like they have sacrificed enough. They have been patient long enough. They have been fantasizing, dreaming of, conjuring of, manifesting someone in the bedroom. Let's see what else. My Geminis and Libras and Aquarians. I even feel like my Aquarians are like, what can I do different to spice this up? Do I need to like do my hair? Oh, different. Do I need to chop it off? Do I need to buy a new look? Like, I just get like, my air signs are like, what do I need to change? I'm willing to do what I need to work on. Who do I need to see? Yeah. My air signs are a little tired of work. Not that they're tired of work. I shouldn't say that. I feel like my air signs that are working love what they're doing. Maybe love is a strong word, but they're enjoying it. They're like, okay, I'm getting in front of my computer, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, whatever it is that you do for work, you're enjoying it. However, there is a side of you that's like, I need something else to happen in my night life. When I lock up the office, when I shut off the computer, what is next? Like you want to spice up your life. You want to spice things up. Like you're ready to travel, or you're ready to like encounter new people. You started a new business, a new community, and I don't know, there's something here that's just like, if you never, I don't know, when ziplining. I just like, if you've never done something adventurous, this is your week where you're just like, I'm signing up for this class, I'm going to this hotel, I'm going to this museum, I'm inviting this person, I'm calling that something. You're just like, I'm gonna spice up my life. I'm spicing up my life. I'm not sitting at home watching Netflix at night. Like there's something going on in your nighttime. Like your days are full. Like you have a lot of activity, you have things to do, and even if you don't have a thing to do, you will find something to do. Like you're ready to travel, you're ready to like stop with like, yeah, almost like ready to walk away from, you got competition, or you got friends that are just like a little bit of a hater, or they're not really there for you, or they're like flaky. You're ready to be like, I'm done. I'm not, this needs to change. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not doing egos. I'm doing me. I'm ready to do this. I know what I want. And definitely, if you are trying to have a baby, or you are starting a new business, or you've started a new business, and you like, this is the week where you showcase. This is a great week for you to showcase your work. This is a great week to publish that book, or put out that blog, or that event. Like this is, if you had something already set for this week, it's a great, successful week. Oh boy, got a lot of cards on the floor. The Hierophant. Questions. What am I ready to commit to in my life? There's another thing about my air signs that make me feel like you've committed to this journey, this path, this announcement, this career. Like, you are really, really committed, and you are ready to go the distance, do whatever it takes, meet up with the right people, even though you're exhausted. I just feel like this determination this week for you to really push against all odds, exhaustion, people, places, and things, and just really show up for yourself. I think that rings really strong. It's not even so much about like what other people think. It's more about showing up for yourself. That's super important. What situation in your life is bringing you financial wealth and stability? Because this is what you're going for through this new project, this job, this relationship. Something about what you're walking into has everything to do with your stability and your finances, and in a way that is long term. It's not just now. This is like a setup for something that you're going to do all the time. So it's like, if it's a new career, if it's a new job, this looks long term. This looks like it's going to benefit you, be successful. Let's get it, confirm what you've been thinking, what you've been manifesting, what you've been visualizing, what you've been hoping for, what you've been secretly keeping to yourself. This is the week that if you put it out, you get confirmation that like, oh wow, I didn't know you were thinking like that or doing this, or you have this business or this project or this, I don't know, and everybody's just like, oh, this is really nice. So if you have an offering in a business where you decided to do your first sale or discount, like you get a lot of attention, you get a lot of confirmation that whatever path that you're going on is the right path. But also, what I'm getting big for my air signs is nighttime life. If you have not been having the best time, or you've gotten a taste of the best time, you want more. You're going to start thinking of ways that you can go out once a week, twice a week, meet up with a friend. Like, you're going to initiate, you're going to look up websites, passes, classes, things that are going to keep you super busy, but also confident. I also feel like whatever it is that you're doing at night connects with your work during the day. Even if they're not associated, it's not the same thing. Whatever it is that you decide that you're going to start doing at night is going to connect to your day-to-day life. What I will say is that anything that's tempting you to cross the line, don't do. Like, just balance it out. Just a little flavoring, run. Where's the exit? Tap in, go. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you get yourself into that's exciting and hot, make sure there's a backup plan to get out when it's time. And check in with yourself intuitively. Like, okay, that was my call. I have to go. And get that Uber, walk out the door. Like, your timing is going to be very precise, on point, divinely timed. Like, you're going to get a message from, you're going to download from Spirit, like, party's over, get that Uber, walk out the door now. I don't know what it is. It's different from everyone. Like, a conversation. You could be on the phone, making a deal, and you get an agreement, and then all of a sudden you talk too long, you're going to get that message like, enough said, got to hang up, follow up with this email, bye. Yeah. Whatever it is, intuitively, it's time for you to dip into those deep desires, let go of that fear, and get divine timing to get out when it's time to stop, or when it's over. Like, you'll intuitively know, oh, this is ended and I have to walk out before shit blows up. that's you this week. You're going to have very good timing on when you feel like things are just going to go too far. You're like that, those boundaries, that line, that balance of, I've invested this much of my time, resources, energy, and now I have to go. I've watched too much Netflix. I gotta get back to work. I've given myself an hour. Now I can get back to like focusing on how I'm gonna do this. Like there's something about my air signs that feel very much like I'm doing the work. I'm balancing myself. I am finding some sort of nighttime pleasures that connect with my daytime experiences, or learning from them and using them to help others. Like there's a lot here for my air signs. I love it. I wish you guys the best. If it has to do with a higher level of commitment, I think you guys are ready for it this week. If it has to do with like just some sort of like playtime in the dark, because it's been a long time, I think that you'll get away with it and be glad that you did. And, you know, there was a positive outcome for that. And that's that. If you guys want a personal reading, please go down to the description box where all my information is. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'm wishing you lots of love, light, and peace. And mwah, bye.